Hi, my name's Patrick Nellestein. I'm the coordinator of the Composition and Music Production Department here at the Australian Institute of Music. Today we're going to be looking at a new series of micro lectures that you'll be able to view on the AIM TV website. Today we're going to be looking at composing in Pro Tools 8 and the basics and foundation skills required to complete a composition within this program. I've already set up a session ready for us to start composing, so here we go.
So the first thing we want to do is create a new instrument track by selecting Track, New Track, and the instrument track at the bottom of the track type. It is then best to change the track name to the instrument you would use. In this example, we're going to use a piano. We can then use the Inserts tabs to assign an instrument plugin to play back our MIDI notes. In this example, we're going to use the MIDI Grand. You will find the MIDI Grand is a standard plugin in Pro Tools 8. The two tools we're going to use today are the pencil tool to draw in our MIDI notes and our grabber tool to grab notes and move them around. The two edit modes we will also be using is the slip mode, by which we can draw in MIDI notes and freely move them around within the MIDI track, and the grid mode, where we can draw in MIDI notes but they will snap to the assigned grid lines. For this exercise, we will be leaving it in grid mode. The next thing we look at is setting these grid lines to suit our composition. At the top of the timeline, you'll see bar numbers. Within this bar, you'll see the grid lines are set to crotchets or quarter beats. We can draw in our crotchet beats or draw longer beats if required. If we need to change our grid lines to smaller durations or beats, we can go up to the grid lines window and change our durations there. Here you will see I have changed it to half notes or minims, but I will now change it to quavers, where I can draw in quaver notes but still draw longer durations if required. I will now change the grid lines to semi-quaver beats, where we'll have more flexibility and rhythmical possibilities in our composition. I will also add here that the pencil tool has a line function by which we can click on a note and drag out a series of individual notes rather than selecting them individually. We will now look at how we can create triplets within our MIDI composition. By using the grid lines window, we can select the triplets duration we want and then select triplets. Our grid lines are now set to triplets, so we can simply draw in the notes we want and a triplet will be created. The next thing you may want to do is set the tempo for your composition. To change from the default tempo, click on the red diamond at the start of the timeline and type in the tempo. It is also in this area where we can change the meter or time signature. By clicking on the plus symbol on the meter line, we can type in the time signature of our composition. For this example, we're going to leave it in 4/4 timing. We're now going to look at velocities. Velocities are how loud or soft the note is heard. You can view velocities by going to the Track View selector and selecting Velocity. Here you will see the level of velocity for each note. We can adjust the velocities individually by clicking and dragging the diamond at the top of the line, or we can select the pencil tool and freely draw in a velocity curve. This will give us a variation of loud and soft notes, also giving us a more human feel to the composition. Let's have a listen back. You should also note that the change in velocities also affects the timbre. Within the pencil tool, we also have a line option, where we can draw a straight line of velocities, which can be used to get a nice even volume swell. Let's have a listen back.
Okay guys, we've just learnt the basic skills to compose in Pro Tools 8. In the following episodes, we'll look at composing a full composition within Pro Tools, starting at the rhythm section in the next episode. Please feel free to send through any comments or questions, and thanks for your time.